Talking to Lois Hamilton with the Progressive Democrats of America. Lois, why are you out here in front of Congresswoman Capps' office today?
I'm part of a brown bag lunch vigil that we're doing at Lois Capps' office to ask our Congresswoman to stop continuing to vote yes on this unending war funding that's going into these wars and occupations in the Middle East, and bring that money home to help with real health care reform, with education, help with schools, infrastructure, jobs, green jobs. We need that money at home. We're spending too much on these wars in the Middle East.
So why are these issues important to you personally?
Personally, because my whole life I've been against war. I think it's it's absolutely a last resort thing. My husband was a veteran. He went over as a medical doctor right out of his residency for a year to Vietnam. So war is just an amazingly tragic thing that destroys lives forever, and it's affected his life ever since he was in that war, and that's what's happening to our people. We have a huge homeless problem here in Santa Barbara, and a lot of those people are veterans of foreign wars, either Iraq, and now we're getting more and more Afghanistan veterans on our street, starving, dying. We had, I don't know how many deaths last year, but it's rising. I think there's already been 4 this year. And so it really affects our community, our area. These people are suffering, and people that aren't even in the war are losing jobs, losing health care, losing their homes, and it's huge. It's here. It's all over this county, all over Santa Barbara. We're seeing it.
So Dr. Sheff, why are you out here today?
Well, because I'm disappointed with the administration's stand on, especially on Afghanistan. I think it's a total waste. And I'm somewhat encouraged by their saying they're going to get out of Iraq, but I would like to get out much faster, because I think the whole Iraq enterprise was totally immoral, utterly immoral, and we shouldn't be in there a moment longer than possible.
For all the reasons everybody else is. Plus, I have a kind of a desperate virulence about it. We elected what we thought was a change administration and 60 Democrats, and I have this despairing feeling that nothing has really changed. We're marching the same marches, saying the same slogans, and barely heartened by a few small changes that may have been made that don't matter much. This is still a corporatocracy. It's still run by the big companies, and there's gridlock.
What would you need to see to convince you that things were different?
I'd like to see some major legislation from a Congress that affects the people beneficently, not some corporate compromise, but a real populist bunch of legislation. And I'd like to see an executive that is powerful enough to take a stand that may not garner the votes of adversaries, that quits kissing up to major executives. I was horrified by Obama's essentially kowtowing to the executives who took all that money. I read today that one of the 2 that he said was, quote, decent, savvy guys, just got $100 million bonus. That's outrageous.